think I would have this whole area to myself if I pull in right here. Or if it's just an old relic. By the way, do you like my hiking attire? Hi friends, hi adventurers. Heather here from Heather's Hikes and Adventures, and we are going on an adventure today. Specifically, we are on our way to another free Florida campsite through the Southwest Florida Water Management District. So Florida's equivalent of BLM land. And we are going to be checking out a different campground this time. Some of you may remember I did a review recently on Hampton Tract, which was part of the Green Swamp Wilderness. And today we are going to be heading to a campground called Serenova Tract, which from what I've seen online looks fairly similar in appearance as far as, you know, nice oak canopies, kind of similar look, vibe, that kind of thing. So we'll see what it's like when we get there. We've got about another hour until we get to the campground, so a little bit later in the day than I wanted to, but I got a late start. I haven't really been feeling that great this week, but I did not want to cancel my camping because I really wanted to be out in the woods, and yeah, so we're gonna have a good time anyways. But while I am driving my last hour there, let's go ahead and take a look back at what booking the site looked like, since it is one where you need a free permit to gain access. And I'll also show you a few details about the campground itself. Cows! Hi friends, future Heather just checking in to show you a little info on Serenova Tract Campground and the property itself. As you can see, it's another Southwest Florida Water Management District property. And again, it is part of the Starkey Wilderness Preserve. This is where you would go right here to see what availability there is for the time frame you're looking for. And again, you can only book 30 days out or less. You can see the address here. It's just over 6,500 acres in Land O'Lakes, Florida, not too far from Newport Richey, so it's pretty conveniently located to some nearby towns. You can see there's about 18 miles of multi-use trails for equestrian use and about 21 for hiking. It does get quite wet and swampy depending on what time of year you're there, so just keep that in mind. Now let's get back to camping. It does look like we may be in for some rainy weather before the night is over, though. Hopefully the weather at least cooperates long enough for me to get everything set up at camp. Officially at the Serenova Tract of the Starkey Wilderness Preserve. And I believe to the right here is the campground. Pretty sure. We're going to go ahead and veer left first, though, just so I can show you the main trailhead and parking, and then we'll loop around and go back in through the gate. So there's actually quite a bit of parking. I didn't expect the lot area to be this large. And then this is the main trailhead up here on the right. So worst case scenario, if I can't access the trails easily from camp directly, I should be able to from here. Now let's go find a site. All right, gate closed and locked behind us. Now let's head to camp and hope that there's a good spot for us. Oh, you guys, I'm such a little dingbat sometimes. The one thing that I forgot to pack, my tripods. So filming should be fun this weekend. I had a bunch of videos planned, so this is going to complicate things. But we're going to make do and try to do the best we can. For now, I'm going to show you the road into camp because it's really beautiful. Okay, so it looks like that's a trail there to the right, and then campground here to the left. Lots of beautiful mature oaks and Spanish moss and resurrection fern. So far, so good. Looks like quite the potential for wildlife, too. Okay, looks like there's another small hiking trail to my left here. And I think this is the start of the sites already. There's so many little wildflowers in bloom right now. This should be really pretty, I hope. Hopefully not very many ticks, though. I'm a little apprehensive about that part. Okay, let's see what this sign up ahead says. I think that my reservation is technically with the equestrian camping instead of the primitive. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, here's some sites. I don't know if somebody left that there because they're coming back, but it looks like that's the only thing. I'm not sure. Well, we might have to revisit that. We're gonna do a little loop around and see what our options are. Oh, I see horsies, look. Hi, horsies. Okay, I kind of like that. That has potential, and it looks like it backs up to a trail. Maybe there's a vault toilet back there or something. We'll see. That's a maybe to go back to. There's a bathtub. I think that's supposed to be for water, but lots of horses and horse trailers. Ooh, I like this tree up ahead. That has potential. Okay, there's the vault toilet back there with a little path leading to it. Oh, darn, there's already a truck there. Sugar sticks. I was hoping maybe to pull right up next to that tree. All right, we'll keep looking. Okay, that's another potential if I can't find anything else a little more spread out. I'd rather not be right next. Ooh, this is a good one. I think I might have found my spot. I kind of like this place right here. I don't know if I should keep going. Here, let me show you. I kind of like that right there. And then there's a covered pavilion behind it. Although there is another picnic bench. All right. Let's keep looking, but I think I might come back to this one. I like this one the best so far. Oh boy, see, I definitely needed to keep going. Look at this one. I think I would have this whole area to myself if I pull in right here, but I really like the trees past it. Oh, decisions. This definitely is nice and private though. I think this is it. I like the vibe right here. Oh, look at these trees we're gonna be surrounded by. This is so perfect. Yeah, this is the spot. I'll wander around to make sure, but I'm pretty sure this is it. So you can see the loop continues on that way, and there's more sites. There's that covered pavilion we passed on the way over here. And the main road back out. I think I'm gonna set my clam up right there. I think that would be a beautiful spot. And then I'm right near the picnic table And the fire pit. I don't think I'm going to do a fire this time, but we'll see. Oh, this is so pretty. This is perfect. Yay! Oh, this is such a beautiful site, though. I really like this area. Look at Tara in her element. Okay, so first impressions so far. 10 out of 10 recommend this campground. It is beautiful. You know, I am a treeophile. I forget what the actual word is, but you know how much I love trees. And the trees here are bananas. I'm in like this little cul-de-sac all by myself, and the trees are just incredible. I'm going to take you on a little campsite tour here in a moment and show you my little area, and then we'll explore the campground itself and the trails tomorrow when we have more time, because I only have a couple hours at most of daylight left, and I want to kind of relax and enjoy my site a little bit and get ready for dinner here in a bit so that I can have a nice meal before it gets too dark to cook. And I can't wait to show you around my site, though. I'm telling you guys, I would be thrilled if I paid for this site. The fact that it's free. Yes, definitely recommend. All right, let's go take a look. Also, I'm pretty sure that I've mentioned it already, but the one thing, well, technically the three things that I forgot this weekend were my tripods. My brand new little pocket tripod that I was so excited to try out. Oops, there goes my sandals. And both of my other tripods. So, like I said, filming is going to be interesting. Right now, you guys are propped up against my little book basket. So, we're going to get real inventive this weekend with our camera angles and hope that I can still do and show everything that I want to do and show. I think I'm going to have to scrap a couple, like how I set up everything at camp, because that's just too hard without a tripod. But I should still be able to do my cooking video, and I'm going to be trying out, tonight we're going to be cooking dinner together with my brand new electric griddle / pot / pan. I don't know what you want to call it. It's basically a little electric saucepan that either can heat up at 150 watts for low or 600 for high, so I can use it for sauteing, boiling water, heating up soup, all that kind of stuff. So I'm very excited to take it on its maiden voyage this evening, and you are going to be coming along with me. And I'm not going to tell you what we're having yet. It's going to be a surprise. So this is the main camp loop road right here, and that leads to more campsites back that way. There's some over here, another one back over there. Alright, also have a little path this way. Definitely a lot of horseflies / deer flies and mosquitoes here, so my screens are coming in handy. I brought my second one so that I can put it on the other door, but for now I've got the side and the back. Got my picnic table, fire pit that somebody left some garbage in. And then isn't this little area beautiful? It's like I have my own little backyard. Our cul-de-sac. In case you were wondering what I brought in my fridge for this weekend, we've got some butter for cooking, some mushrooms for cooking. For breakfast one morning, we're going to do some sausage and diced potatoes and eggs. We've also got some chicken to go with some ravioli down there. We've got some cheese and eggs, sour cream, cream cheese, some homemade seltzer, cold water, creamer for my coffee, and some blackberry lemonade. For dinner tonight, we are going to be doing some ravioli with chicken and mushrooms in some vodka sauce. But for now, I'm going to pull out my homemade seltzer that I made before I left and add some lemonade, make a little spritzer for myself to enjoy in my screen room. All right, our blackberry lemonade spritzer is ready. I'm hiding out from the bugs inside my tent. Probably head back into the van for a little bit to do some journaling, and then I think in about an hour I'll get dinner started. I'm probably actually going to cook it right here on this table because I don't want bugs to get in it and I want to cook outside. So I might use my picnic table tomorrow. I'm going to try out my little plant-based incense sticks that are supposed to be insect repellents, and I'll let you guys know how that works. And I think tomorrow I'm going to work on my other screen door and also one other camp project, which will probably be in its own video as well. Look at the horsey. Hi. So cute. Alright, I'll show you what I'm working with for the evening. I've got my Lucy light up there so I can see the whole tent situation once it gets dark. I've got both of my clamp fans set up. Getting caught up on the stout trial. Ugh, what a mess. And I decided to just heat up some soup for dinner tonight, and we'll save the fancy dinner for tomorrow when I have a little more time and energy. But now that it's getting dark, I'm gonna go ahead and take down the screens and close up for the night and get started on heating up my soup in my new pot. I'll keep this light on until it goes out. We'll see if it's still on in the morning when I wake up. I do have it on the highest setting, so I might try it on the lowest one tomorrow night and compare. I've got my Lunatech bottle there for washing stuff off. And my little setup. So cozy. I don't even think I'm going to put my window covers up on this side since there's nothing on that side of me. And then I'll just close that side and put the window covers on that side the rest of the way. And then of course I have I'll keep just the screen on here, but I already put the curtain on the other one and the WeatherTech cover on the front. I have my bigger screens on today, and I actually put them over this so that everything would be all contained. We'll see if I notice any difference. I doubt it. So cozy. Alright, let's get this off and locked up for the night. This is the indoor setup we're working with. I've got my string lights up with my lantern. And I've got my drink over here. My poo-pourri in case I need it. Hopefully not. I'm hoping to wait until I can get to the toilet tomorrow. My wet ones. My mug for the morning. What the peck? My gray water bottle in case I need it. I've got my little jack for charging my phones, my light if I need it, my fans if I need it, all my entertainment stuff. I think I'm going to watch some stuff that I downloaded off Netflix, though. The season 4 of Love is Blind, most likely. And that's it. I've got my notes and work over there. And I've got this ready to plug into my Blue Eddy and my Big Jack, which are both down there. I don't know why I showed you that because you can't see anything right now. Sweet tarts on deck. And let's try this baby out and see how it works and how easy it cleans up. And of course my AeroPress is ready to go for the morning. You can see I've got the WeatherTech there, the curtain there, since that's the side that faces everyone, and then I just have the screen here. I'll probably put the cover up, but I'm getting ready to turn this bright light off. And I don't know. I'll probably put that up, but TBD. Hi, Flora. Hi, Smokey. See, they're such good buddies. All right, let's get back to this trial update. Week 1 recap madness. Oh dear, I hear a mosquito. This means war. The other thing I wanted to show you, of course, if you're not from Florida, you may not agree that this is comfortable, but you can see it is only 79 in here and 67% humidity, but that's just Florida. It is pretty buggy at this campground, which I'm not nuts about, but maybe it'll be breezier tomorrow and then it won't be as bad. But that's actually not a bad temperature because the high was almost 90 today, so okie dokie, time to eat. Give it a quick stir, and then I think we're already good to go. I'm really impressed. It's only been like 3 to 4 minutes, so 2 thumbs up there.
When Landon showed up and then I was already there or whatever. Is that what you're talking about? Because that's the only time I don't even know when you're there. I just assumed you would finally come in that night. None of that freaking matters. What matters is how little let me open is either out there or he's not. No. Okay. Did Gannon have an accident of a serious nature? Did you freak out and cover it up? You gotta put yourself in my shoes.
Good morning, friends. The sun just came up or is coming up right now. I'm not 100% sure which. Either way, it's around sunrise-ish. I can hear the birdies chirping. I took off the back cover. We're gonna go check out these bathrooms because I gotta go. I did have to wake up once in the middle of the night to go to pee in here, but I am going to go try to find an actual toilet now. So let's go take a look and see what these vault toilets are like. Let's see if my Lucy light is still on at all or if it's all the way off. Oh, didn't make it through the night. Alright, I'm not sure if there's more than one vault toilet or not, but we're gonna find out. I think when I was driving in, this is where I saw a toilet. We'll see. I really do love all these trees. Oh, yeah, there we go. I see a vault toilet ahead. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see how horrible they are. Alright, that one was locked, so I don't know if it's occupied or just not usable. This doesn't look too bad though, so porta potty it is. Alright, back we go. That was relatively painless. It's breakfast time for the horsies. Alright, I can't tell if it wants to rain outside yet or not, so I did want to cook my breakfast out on the picnic table outside where I could kind of spread out. So I might give it a little bit longer since I'm not super hungry yet to see if the weather clears a little bit first, or until I know I'm in the clear, and then we'll get started on breakfast. But you know I cannot wait that long for coffee, so let's make a cup and then hang out for a bit and enjoy camp. And then if I'm sure I'm not going to get rained on, I'll take you around for the campground tour and show you a little bit more of this place. Y'all, I cannot believe I am saying this right now. Not only did I forget my tripods, making this weekend infinitely more complicated than it needed to be, I left a very important piece of my AeroPress at home after taking it in to wash it out really well. So, thank goodness something made me decide to get my backup coffee back in stock this week, because if not, I would be in a major catastrophe right now and having to break down camp to drive into town and get some coffee. So, we're going to be making Starbucks instant coffee today instead, and that's okay, because that's what we're going to do. And it's not bad. It's no AeroPress, but it's decent. So we're gonna live and crisis averted. Thank goodness for that gut feeling though. It's not just about personal safety, it's about coffee safety. Listen to your inner voice. I don't want to be a creeper, but I think a horse is getting ready to pass by. I wanted to do a quick power update for you all so you could see what we're working with. We're still at 95% on the little Jackery. I only used it to charge my phone last night. And then on the Blue Eddy, you can see it's registering at least 80% right now. It just dropped from the 100% mark, so I have a feeling it's on the higher end of that 20% range right now. I do think it's going to be a little annoying not knowing the exact percentage, but I don't think it's going to be crucial or a deal breaker or anything too awful. So far, I've only used it to boil water for coffee, and then for dinner last night to heat my soup. So I'm getting ready to make brunch right now, and then I'm going to be cooking dinner with it later. So we will see what the percentage is like after using it for 2 meals. And then I'm using my Jackery 1000 solely for the fridge this trip, just to see how it does in a hot, humid environment here in Florida for a couple of days, powering nothing at all but the fridge, to kind of get an idea about how long I'd be able to stay off grid. It is currently about 10:30 a.m. and I have been running this since about noon yesterday, so it's just under 24 hours. However, 2 of those hours I was driving and it was charging, so it didn't go down at all. When I got to camp, it was still at like 98%. So that kind of gives you an idea. From about 5 p.m. yesterday until about 10:30 this morning, it's gone down about 30%, just running the fridge. Oh, and this little cord is clearly not the one that came with the Jackery. I actually got this as a aftermarket third-party cord because I realized that this Bluetti has an even shallower, looser port for the 12 volt. So my fridge, which was already loose to begin with in the Jackery, is even looser in this one. So if I ever need it to run this, if I even breathe near it, it seems to come out. So pro tip, so far this cord is a much snugger fit. It's more similar to the Jackery charging cord, if you guys are familiar with that. So I feel much more secure knowing that the fridge is not going to come unplugged while I'm driving and that my food's going to go bad. I was going to go sit inside of my clam tent over there, but knock on wood, with the breeze, there's really no bugs at the moment, so I'm just enjoying being out here. I'll go in there later, I'm sure. Just to update you all, the first breakfast was a hit, or brunch rather, since it's almost noon now. So make sure you tune in for the video where I cook this meal, as well as a couple of others, on my new pan / pot / whatever it is. And now I'm going to finish eating, enjoy this beautiful breezy view, and then we're going to go explore together, I think. Okay, we're giving these a try. It says it's DEET-free, plant-based materials, non-toxic, just a regular old incense stick. And it says to space them about 12 feet apart. So I just put one near the side and one near the back. They do have a pretty pleasant smell, sort of like citronella. Probably it is citronella, yep. Citronella, cedarwood, peppermint, roseberry. I think I said roseberry for some reason, but you know what I mean. And lemongrass oil. All right, let's see if I notice a difference. I have a stowaway. You cannot stay or come inside of my van, sir or ma'am. Okay, I've given up on the sun coming out for more than a minute or two, so we're gonna go explore and then stop at the restroom on the way back. All right, we're gonna continue on the loop. If I would have kept driving instead of just stopping at the first really good campsite I saw. Let's see what I missed out on. All right, looks like there's a covered pavilion with a grill and a fire pit there. That would be nice for a couple of people or a big group. This is a nice open site. There's a big fire pit there. I like that. That's a nice little pull through. I guess I shouldn't say little. Another big covered pavilion here. You can get a whiff of horse every so often, that's for sure. Oh, I just love all the trees back here. Oh, this is a really nice site here on the corner. All right, so it looks like you can either continue on the loop that way or keep going this way. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's check out the sign here first. Alright, and as you can see, like I already showed you, it's managed by Southwest Florida Water Management District, which again is Florida's version of BLM land out west. Just has some guidelines on trail etiquette, the leave no trace, equestrian guidelines. And then the general camping rules. Gives you a number to call. Continue on the loop this way, just so we can head back to the entrance that we came in at. And then we'll backtrack and see what goes down that little narrow road. I'm guessing that leads to the more primitive sites. And this is the Crockett equestrian portion of the campground. There is a tent-only primitive section as well. You can see some of these would be really good for pulling through. If you had a really big rig, you could come in on either side and pull through if you wanted one of these. And again, I like that there's these covered pavilions. There's definitely enough of them that you could probably have your own pretty much. There's a tie-up for horses, porta potty, vault toilet. Let's see if this one is locked as well. Yep. Looks like there's some more primitive sites down that way. Would be a hiking trail, I'm assuming, this way. Unless that's, oh, you know what? I bet that was the road that connected from the primitive one earlier if we would have gone down that way instead. We were just already around the loop. I didn't think it was that small, but apparently that's the other side of it right there. You can see the little sites are marked. You can kind of see one again over there showing you what the sites are. And then, like I was showing you by the toilets the other way, if you continue on through here, you can see the trees. I've seen a few people cut through that way. So let's see where this leads. You can see where the campground boundary is marked. That's what that says. So that's the polite way of saying stay back. Same there. Huh. I wonder why everybody was cutting back and forth through that spot. Must be for people in the know. I would say that I would go back to that one straight road, the one that led in, so that we could go check out, well, I guess we can go check out the primitive section and see what's going on over there, see what that part's like. I'm sure that section's not much bigger. I was going to do some more hiking, but I keep thinking it's going to rain again, so I don't want to go too far from Tara. Plus, I'm still feeling kind of puny, so it'll give me an excuse to do nothing. There's another sign showing campground boundary. Instead of cutting back through via the restrooms, which is the dignified word that I'm going to use for them instead of porta potty, We are going to backtrack out the main way so that we can see what it's like to enter in through the primitive section instead. And then we can cut back through. I know there's no potable water here, but I believe this well still works. I don't know if it's supposed to be for horses or if it's just an old relic. You could probably essentially use that as a pull-through. That's one of the few sites right there on the way in that doesn't have as much shade. So you can have a little bit of solar. I just really love these trees. All right, let's head back out so that we can check out the entrance to the primitive campground portion. I mean, it's really all primitive since there's no hookups anywhere, the non-equestrian section, I should say. First sight when you pull in, it does look like it was abandoned. That same little bit of fluid is still there and nothing else. But this would be a really huge pull-through right on the corner. And then this is the road that we drove in on. Another pull-through site here on the opposite side, right near the entrance. You would have a lot of privacy there with the trees blocking. But again, everybody would have to pass by you. Not that it's crowded at all. There you can see we're coming up on the original fork that we passed. This is how we drove in. And then you can see here we took a left to get to the equestrian camping. This is the primitive side. And then the toilets are between. It's beautifully shaded. I was gonna say I love all these trees, but I know you guys are sick to death of me saying that. By the way, do you like my hiking attire? Oh, yes, I'm wearing my slippers. Whatever. So you can see we're back at the restrooms from this side. So you could technically drive right up to them, I guess. In the primitive section, it's just like a row of parking right here, and then you would go in with your tents beyond. And then it tells you here's where the multi-use trail is. So that's why the horses were cutting through behind my site. You can see more parking here, and then you can see where you can't drive up to your site on this side. And then there's a sign here, no vehicles beyond this point. So that would be the end of the primitive section. Ooh, I think that was an owl. Dang. All right, home sweet home. You can see how much it's emptied out now. I think there's only 4 other campers in both sections combined besides me. Like camping units, not just individual people. I have Tara all ready for the night except my window covers. I've got dinner bubbling away. Ravioli with chicken and portobello mushrooms and vodka sauce. I'm just cleaning up this mess while it finishes cooking. And then I'm gonna take it on this nice little tray here inside Tara and enjoy a beautiful dinner while I watch Love is Blind Season 4. Okie dokie, all cleaned up and ready for the evening. And more importantly, for dinner. As you can see, the cross ventilation is really working. We're only at about 69 degrees. And we've got our screens going. I gotta finish popping that up here in a minute. But I can pull this all in from the inside here. I just have to untie those, and then I can just stick it right in its little spot there behind the toolbox. Same thing with those. I can just pull off the magnets and roll them up and stick them right behind there where they belong. And I'm ready to lock up. All right, friends, as you can see, I am settled into bed and comfy cozy, and I've got my little mood lighting going. So I'm going to call it a wrap on the weekend. It was another great time checking out another great free site through our Florida Water Management District system. So if this looks like a property you want to check out for yourself, I will make sure to link the site for Southwest Florida Water Management District below, and you can check this out or any of their other properties. You can book up to a month in advance, and again, it is a free permit, but you do need to book so that they have your information online and so that you've got the gate code to access the property if needed. But as always, I want to thank you so much for watching. And if this is up your alley and you want to check out more free Florida campgrounds with me, make sure you're subscribed and have those notifications on. For now, I am going to get a good, restful, peaceful night's sleep under the trees. And I will see you on the next adventure. Bye, friends.